Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 4. That's right, you guys already know I've been excited about the launch of this game since it got announced. I've played early access and I've been playing the hell out of it since it dropped last Friday. Now I've had this whole week to test it out, to see what's up, to make my opinions, to formulate an opinion. And I think it's pretty solid, The game seems pretty good to me, with a few exceptions, which is what this video is all about. So I'm going to be focusing on two main things, which is the multiplayer, of course, and zombies. I'm not that great of a zombie player, but I am a total fan of the multiplayer. Now, let's get started, shall we? I guess we can start with weapons. For me, and this is personal, guys, I love Call of Duty, and I think this is a pretty solid game. Do I think it's going to bring in new players? I don't think it is, but I think it's going to bring back old players, players who like the OG Call of Duties, like Modern Warfare, Black Ops 2, whatever. I think this game is going to be, their way to come back into the franchise. Because many people left, let's be honest. Many people hated Call of Duty because of the settings and because of all the changes that went throughout the franchise. Now, I totally get it. I was a big fan of Black Ops 3. I didn't actually mind the futuristic setting, so it was fine by me, right? I loved it. It's one of the Call of Duties that I played the most, only second to Modern Warfare 3, which is my all-time favorite. But without further ado, let's talk about this one, okay? Because this is why we're here. This is what matters. Black Ops 4. And guys, weapons. Weapons seem pretty balanced to me, gotta be honest. Nothing too overpowered or whatever. So I think the devs actually make sure of that. That they had nothing like the Nuke 2 from Modern Warfare 2 or whatever. So on launch, and what I've seen is that all weapons seem pretty balanced. Nothing too shabby, nothing too exotic. But I am gonna complain about two major things in the weapons category, and the first one being snipers. Guys, I am a huge sniper fan. I love sniping in Call of Duty. That's what mostly the reasons why I play it, because I love sniping. Nothing as satisfying as getting those quick scopes or getting those one shot, one kill eliminations. But that is exactly the problem with this entry. The snipers are way too weak, okay? They're just total garbage. The first one you get is sort of decent, but it's nothing out of this world. It's not like Black Ops 3 snipers they were awesome. Even World War II's, which was last year's Call of Duty, it was pretty amazing. They were all pretty good, and I love them. I always have them diamond out, gold and diamond cameo by the end of the week it launches, and I've been having a pretty tough time getting it because they're too weak. You don't get those one shot, one kills that you used to get. So that's definitely, a bummer. And it sucks, especially for me. I think it's going to be, a bummer for most of you as well. Because I've been reading, Twitter, forums, Instagram. And many people seem to agree with me on this one. Okay? So that's one of the major things I said, what the fuck, Black Ops. But, whatever. Tough luck. The world keeps going on. So another thing I love, which many people hate and they're, I guess, frowned upon, are shotguns. I'm a big shotgun guy. I think they're fun, especially in control maps or domination, whatever like that, hardpoint. I think they're great for that kind of, gameplay. But these time around, they completely obliterated the class, It's non-existent. There's 2 shotguns in the entirety of this franchise, on this entry, and they suck. I'll get to that in a sec. But they're not even a primary weapon anymore. Like they said, nah, fuck it, shotguns are useless. And they made it a secondary weapon. Okay, I can get down with that, I get it, not many people, maybe they're not as popular. But come on, 2 shotguns as a secondary weapon? That's just bullshit, guys. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Come on. What about this? Okay, you get 2 shotguns, you get secondary. Alright, tough luck. It is what it is. Well, guess what? They suck, both of them. The pump one, which would be like I guess your standard one. The one, when you pump it and you shoot. It's not reliable. It's a 2-shot kill weapon. And with the slowest rate of fire, you're not gonna get too far, So, the thing about shotguns is that they have to be reliable at close range quarters, right? Close range, they're absolute beasts. They destroy, they obliterate. But they don't. This one doesn't. I mean, they compensate for their lack of range and, you know, speed, you know, fire rate with their damage. And the first one you get isn't really, you know, doing that. It just sucks, and it's just terrible because I don't know if you guys are gonna care that much about it. I certainly do, but they both suck, and that's just my opinion. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you guys think about these Black Ops and what you guys think about these changes. You know, the shotguns, the all the things we're gonna be covering today. Which makes me move on to a major thing that I actually do enjoy, and I actually think it's a great addition. It's a game changer for sure, and it's a health bar. You see, now you have this health bar, and you gotta heal up every time you take damage. Like, you don't get regeneration powers like you used to in other, you know, entries. So I think that's actually pretty fresh, and I think that's actually good because, you know, it makes the game feel a lot more, you know, dynamic instead of, you know, you can just go around the corner and hide. Now you gotta heal up, you gotta work it into your muscle memory. You know, that little action where you press L1 or whatever it is on computer to heal up, and I think that's great. I think that's fun. I think that's a brand new thing that, you know, adds to it. It's more manageable, certainly. Like, you control when you want to heal up. You don't have to wait for your screen to stop flashing red. You are the one in control. You're the one who decides. So I think that's actually pretty neat. Now, as far as, you know, the controls, well, you know, it's a Call of Duty. It feels pretty, you know, it feels pretty good. It's like any other, you know, Call of Duty, except it's not futuristic. You don't get that double jump. You don't get that wall running, which for me is great. You know, controls are really well, and the game is so fast-paced. Like, I gotta say that it's cool because it's not, you know, long. It's not boring. It's fast-paced. There's always action. And, well, of course, you're gonna get, like, this is something I gotta say, like, this is a disclaimer right now, it still is Call of Duty, okay? So you're definitely gonna encounter those nasty shit, those nasty things you're gonna die for, you're gonna rage for them. If you play Call of Duty and you love it, then you're used to them, you know? Campers, you know, there's no claimers here, but I guess, you know, the mesh mines or bombs or whatever, you know, hidden bombs, stuff like that. So, yeah, it still has all of those elements, unfortunately. But I think that's also what makes a Call of Duty game, you know, campers, stuff like that. So, yeah, guys, I'm enjoying it, and I like it. I do suggest you guys try it out. If you guys are not that much of fans, I get it, but I still think you should give it a shot because this time around we get 3 modes, alright? We get multiplayer, which is the one I'm talking about today, zombies, which I'll get to in a minute. I mean, there's not much to say about zombies, okay? The story arcs are fun, the Titanic setting is, I mean, I'm loving it, tight quarters, but it gets hard as hell, so guys, be careful. Be sure to, you know, squad up, grab some friends, and go get it, because I think it's great. I think it's fun. Zombies are awesome, and of course, you get Blackout instead of a single-player campaign. And I'll be talking about that in a second too, but I just gotta say, Blackout is a whole nother thing. You know, I'm gonna be making a video with sort of the same, you know, point, you know, speaking about things that I like and I don't like, and but that's, you know, it's a separate thing all along, so I'm gonna be doing that later. I do have it, you know, in my schedule, so don't worry guys, I'm gonna be talking about Blackout. I'm gonna bring you some gameplay, and I'm gonna be giving you some content from that amazing Battle Royale mode. But back to the matter at hand, specialists. Okay, this time around, specialists are really good because now you get your, you know, weapon, I guess. You know, I guess your firebreaker, which is, you know, the flamethrower or whatever. So this time around, you get that, plus you get a secondary ability, special and unique to other specialists. So I think that makes the game a little bit better, and it makes it, you know, more, I guess, I don't know how to explain it, but abilities, you know, your abilities that you get with your specialist do require some level of strategy, you know, because they have such long cooldowns, which again, I think that for me is you know, it bothers me that they have such long cooldowns because you only get to use them like twice per game, and that's at best, alright? That's if you're doing your job really good. But still, they do require some level of strategy, so you gotta know when to use them, whether it's defensively, offensively, and they fit into every situation, I guess, pretty good. So they do bring something new to the table. So definitely, I think overall a win. Some changes could be made to the cooldowns or whatever, but that's just me. Let me know, guys, again, what you guys think. And Well, that covers most of it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of other stuff, minor stuff. Assault rifles feel alright, you know, I already talked about the shotguns and the snipers, which are whack. Light machine guns are a bit, you know, well, they're light machine guns, I don't know what else to say. Body armor, okay, body armor is an interesting one, because it's this brand new concept, which is like Juggernaut, I guess, which can be frustrating at times. I've certainly, you know, raged over it. Because some guys are just gonna take some extra shots to take down, which could be, you know, frustrating or whatever. So I get that, okay. I think the community is gonna evolve around it. You know, we're gonna be able to get past it. I don't usually use it. I don't use it. I'd rather have the steam pack, which is a needle that heals you way faster. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Body armor. I think we're gonna be able to work through it. It's not like it's OP, okay? I'm not saying it's OP. I just say, you know, it can be frustrating at times because you have a submachine gun and that guy has an assault rifle. Well, definitely an assault rifle does more damage than an SMG. So I don't know. That just some thoughts. Good for thought, I guess. What else? What else can we talk about? All right, attachments. That's another one. I like my weapons suppressed. I don't know why. I've always have. I think that's a, you know, a must-have. And create a class is such a personal thing. Like, everyone has their different classes with their different customizations. So the fact that there's some attachments that you can't put on all weapons or whatever, it's kind of annoying. It's certainly not, you know, I don't know how to say it. It certainly doesn't help the experience, right? Because you want to have this class that you created yourself, and you want to customize it, but it's not customizable because some attachments just can't go in that weapon. And I'm talking about silencers, I'm talking about all of this stuff. Like, there's SMGs that can't have suppressors, and that bothers me quite a bit. But yeah, I hope they do something about that. I don't know what they can do. Maybe patches. Don't really know. Overall, guys, again, I didn't go hard on this game as hard as I went on Fortnite Season 6. Because I'm actually enjoying it, I'm having fun with my friends, and, you know, and progression is just, you know, your usual Call of Duty progression. Level 55, you get the prestige if you want to. If you don't, well, you're a bitch. Just kidding, guys. If you don't want to, well, you don't want to. But, you know, it keeps the game fresh. And yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty much it. And stay tuned for that blackout video. I'm out.
Hostile attack chopper inbound.